Jerry was speaking in Wichita, Kansas, and a man in the service said, "I work at the citation plant. Would you like to have a tour and see the new citation that's being built?" And Jerry said, "Yes, I would love to do that." And after they took the tour of the airplane, Jerry sat in it. He sat in the pilot seat. He sat everywhere in that airplane. Jerry got out and was walking away from the aircraft when he heard the Holy Spirit say to him, "Turn and call this airplane into your ministry." And in a split second, he was reminded of his childhood friend, Willie Taylor, who lived across the street from him. When Willie's mother, Mrs. Taylor, came out on the back porch, when she cupped her hands like this and began to yell, "Willie!" When she got to the end of that, to the last E, Willie had better be within her sight so she could see him. If not, he got a spanking when he got home. So when Jerry toured that plant and saw that airplane, and he got out of the aircraft and he said, "Call that airplane home," and he called it Willie, the gentleman with Jerry said, "Will you please explain that to me?" And so Jerry began to tell him the story that I've just told you. So for years and years, we're driving down the road, and Jerry would roll the window down on the car and stick his head out and say, "Willie, come home." He was calling that airplane home. That could be week after week, month after month, year after year. Jerry would stick his head out the window and say, "Willie, I'm calling you home." Well, 20 years later, this is the truth. We were with a group of ministers, and one minister said to Jerry, "Would you mind you and Carolyn meeting my wife and I down at the hangar?" He said, "I have an airplane for sale, and the Lord's been dealing with me and telling me, I think that airplane belongs to you." So we met this couple at the hangar. We climbed up in the airplane. We're sitting there, and Jerry said, "Well, tell me a little bit about this airplane." And the minister said, "Well, Brother Jerry, the classic car man that you are, you're going to love this. This is the very first citation that was ever built." Jerry just started screaming. He said, "Do you know that this is Willie? We're sitting inside Willie." And the gentleman turned to his wife and said, "This is Willie. This is the airplane that Jerry's been believing God for 20 years. We sat in their airplane rejoicing and praising God for his goodness. Well, we made a negotiation with that gentleman because he owned the airplane, and we paid a deposit or down payment on the plane. And we didn't have all the money. We began believing God for all of the money. Some more money came in a little at a time. It was trickling in. One day we were in a meeting, and that particular gentleman had Jerry stand up in the service, and he said, "Brother Jerry, the Lord spoke to me that that airplane is yours." He said, "Yes, sir. I know that airplane is mine." He said, "No, you don't understand, son. I'm giving it to you." So Willie was given to us as a blessing. And I'm here to tell you that couple was Kenneth and Gloria Copeland, who blessed us with Willie. Willie came through the gift of Kenneth and Gloria Copeland. So Brother Copeland and Gloria, today I want to say thank you. And thank you to Kenneth Copeland Ministries for making that dream that was impossible come to pass. Through you, God made it happen. That's our memorial stone.